2nd and 10. Back to throw. DeMarco. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in a victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. You look at the Steeler defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively, because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Looking to throw. DeMarco. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up. And now it's blocked. The steal. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he dives into the end zone and gets the 2 points. Now you figure with a veteran kicker out there, these extra points almost automatic, but this one turns into 2 points the other way.
And we both know it's hard to put it on him. I think there's a breakdown in the protection, but guess what? It does go against his record.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Pickett throwing again on 2nd down. Pickens on the slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Here's Pickett. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Pickett right back to the air again. He's got this to Pickens. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, our score 9-6. Again, he'll drop to throw. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to extend their lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 3rd and 12. Back to throw. DeMarco. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their 35-yard line. Pickett now from the gun here. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Off-play action. Pickett. Looking for Austin. Intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Johns. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
Well, that was big right there, because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. On 1st and 10, DeMarco. A short throw taken in by Long. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. DeMarco got his man complete over the middle. It's Long. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. DeMarco bringing it in. Jackson left side. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Johns After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Back to throw. DeMarco. A short throw taken in by Long. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. On the right hash. Officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Here's one deep for Pickens. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Pickett. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And they have a first down and well into field goal range also at the 16 now. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. And he's got it. And he's brought down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here. That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete. And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They'll throw again with Pickett. Finding Pickens for another catch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. A leap, and he's got it. George Pickens, high in the air to bring it in. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. But, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
A tackle by Cole Holcomb.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, DeMarco. Throw left side complete. That's long. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire fourth remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
They'll run on first down. Johns, and a good burst there, gets him 7 up to midfield.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. This is Harris. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. The slot man in motion right. Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Browns drive about to get started. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Off-play action. DeMarco. And incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Off the play fake. DeMarco. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll keep it on the ground. Johns. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down. DeMarco. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he is going to have a Browns first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's brought down. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's done. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
After the costly interception late, good job by him to keep it himself that time. Just tuck it, run it, and scramble for the marker. Don't give the coverage another chance at taking it away from you.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Off play action. DeMarco. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. This time, the extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Dialing up another pass here. Pickett. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Pickett now on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Well, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That one down the field for Freiermuth. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to, but a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, it would have been 4th down.
Exactly.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Harris. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now the Browns down by 2 touchdowns. 1:44 to go. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a 1st down. Throwing to start the drive. DeMarco, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
And he is going to have a Steeler 1st down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it. Pickett will look to throw it here. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Harris is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They run again with Harris, and he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much, too.
So for the Steelers, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Browns,